Welcome back to another edition of the Cover Song series. This is Ed. So, this is one of those ones that I knew was going to be kind of controversial because of all the static surrounding the band in question. That band is Led Zeppelin. Today we're going to talk about probably the song that has lately gotten a lot of attention because of a few things going on. That's a song called When the Levee Breaks. It's one of drumming's most iconic songs because just of the beat. I think I've talked about before in some other videos about when Jimmy Page talks about how the drums are mic'd for John Bonham, all that stuff. It's iconic. But what I didn't realize, I knew it was a cover. I wasn't quite sure what the cover was. Stumbled onto that information over the last couple of days, which is why we're doing it. And we're using an article from loudersound.com. It's the home of high voltage rock and roll. And so they did this article entitled Led Zeppelin, Memphis Mini, and the Levee That Broke. So in the article, one of the things that it talks about is that the composer credits for When the Levee Breaks, which is the closing track on Led Zeppelin 4, the other one was Stairway to Heaven. So the composer credits on there read Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, John Paul Jones, John Bonham, and Memphis Mini. And it goes into a little bit of detail about the track itself. The original track was done in 1929, and it was Memphis Mini and her partner, Kansas Joe McCoy. They did that. The session that happens on actually spawns a bunch of other covers, which I'll probably be having to go over. That session comes Bumblebee, which is a huge hit, and Bumblebee is the song that Muddy Waters based his song Honeybee on. If you see My Rooster, which came out of that session, is a song credited to Blind Willie Dixon and is associated with Howlin' Wolf and the Rolling Stones. So it's one of those kind of seminal moments in music that a lot of people don't talk about, and even fewer people know. But When the Levee Breaks also comes out of this session. So I went and listened to it before I come back a little bit from the article. And I was trying to find words to describe it because the two songs are drastically different. The guitar playing by Kansas Joe, actually no, Minnie plays the guitar on the song. She does the lead on the song. Kansas Joe does the vocal. But the guitar playing reminds me of like Chet Atkins style. Like it's intricate yet simple, but it doesn't overpower the vocal or the lyrical content. It's just a cool, like, it sounds like Delta blues from that era, and it sounds like as some other blues articles I've read, it sounds like a song that anybody in that era could do, and it's what happened in a lot of cases that somebody would hear a song and like Willie Dixon's probably done it at a show somewhere, or Muddy Waters I'm sure has done it over the years, but it's one of those songs. Well, the basis of the song itself comes in the fact that the South just floods. And there are a bunch of songs that cover that. But When the Levee Breaks, according to the article, is out of the canon of like Charlie Patton's High Water Everywhere or Bessie Smith's Backwater Blues, or even Randy Newman's Louisiana 927. It's just 1927. It's just about, hey, we live in an area and water comes here a lot, and it floods out. And the article describes the guitar playing as almost a folky mid-tempo ragtime on Kansas Joe's rhythm guitar, while Minnie's lead is intricate, and it is. And when you, I guess I would have to separate the tracks out somehow to hear it, because it, when it comes together, like I said, it sounds simplistic but complex. It's a 3 minute long song, and it's this. The thing that is so impressive about it is that the two songs can't be more different. This one song sounds like a Delta blues, almost country song, and Zeppelin's version sounds like just this roar comparatively. Now, this isn't to kind of tie the loop on Minnie. There are a bunch of other songs that she gets credited for. Because she had a bunch of hits in the 30s and the 40s. Hoodoo Lady, Me and My Chauffeur, which was covered by Jefferson Airplane, but that was pre-Grace Slick. And so a bunch of people liked her stuff, like Bonnie Raitt was a big fan of hers, and Joanne Kelly, who's a noted blues specialist, was a fan of hers. And then there's Robert Plant. And so in the Zeppelin hierarchy, Plant brings the song to Jimmy Page. Jimmy Page's like, we could try that. And they tried it, and it didn't work. And this gets into, it's not a genre yet. I don't think it's a genre, because I don't know if there are enough bands of people doing this. But Zeppelin wasn't first. In the 70s, there were a lot of bands recording in houses. At least 2 Eagles records are recorded in a house. But so they tried doing the song in studio. It didn't work. They went out to Headley Grange in East Hampshire, and the rest is history. It's super heavy, and it is, as they say, a banger. The crazy thing about it is, like I said, I've probably never heard of the covers I've been doing in this series. This song is the cover that sounds most different. There are traces of the original in Zeppelin's version. But Zeppelin's version actually, and this is why it's probably an all-time great cover song in actuality, because what Zeppelin does in their version is they take the song and make it their own. Now, having said that, and I could probably do a whole 10 minutes probably on just the controversy surrounding Led Zeppelin and the fact that the argument has been that a lot of their biggest hits, including this song, they quote unquote stole. I don't know if they stole it. If you want to get into the fact that maybe they were forced to credit people, you could say that they were a stark contrast to Elvis Presley, who every kind of blues thing that he did, or every song that he kind of put out, he was big on trying to give the original artist credit, like trying to give the Mississippi artist credit for what he was putting out there. So, I mean, it's a controversy. It's one of the reasons why I want to do some research before I really got into digging into this song in particular. So, I'm going to include the original, as per usual, and the Zeppelin version in the description box of this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell me what other songs you think I should cover. I've been looking for this one for a minute and trying to find the right way to tackle it. So, if there are other songs you think I should review, let me know. Peace and out, brothers.